It's time to recharge your batteries, or should I say recycle your batteries. More than 85 million new vehicles are made across the globe, and each will use 3 to 4 replacement batteries over its lifetime. So what happens to all of these old batteries? Our next guest is here to help, Ray Szymanski. He's Vice President and General Manager for Johnson Controls, and he wants to help raise awareness about the importance of recycling automotive batteries. Ray, good morning. So great to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so car batteries, not something that we think about, obviously, until we have a dead one. But what happens when to the used battery when we get a new one? What do we do with that old one?
Well, typically when you buy a new battery, you're buying it at a garage or a retail store, and that battery actually gets replaced and reused. That battery ends up back at a company like Johnson Controls. So Johnson Controls is the largest manufacturer and recycler of automotive batteries in the world, and actually last year we recycled 8,000 batteries per hour through our recycling system, which is kind of a staggering number. And I think a little known fact is that up to 99% of your automotive battery today can be recycled into the manufacture of a new battery or other products as well.
And I'm so guilty of this too. I hate to admit it here, but I am not a person who recycles, and I want to get better at this. So maybe you can help me by telling me what happens when they aren't properly recycled, to get people motivated here to recycle more. What happens to them?
Well, there's two situations that could happen. Number one, they could just end up in a landfill if someone throws them away. But more than likely, what we see is the consumers have them sitting in their garage. We have data that shows that 2 million batteries go unrecycled each year. And that's really the population we're trying to get at here and educate the consumers about, is we'd like to get those batteries back into the recycling network. There's a lot of do-it-yourselfers in the U.S. And what they'll do is they'll replace a battery, in their garage, and then they'll take the battery out and leave it sit there. And it's really not usable at that point. And so I think what we would encourage them to do is get that back into the recycling network.
So what is Johnson Controls then doing to help this? What can we do? What's the first step we can take to maybe recycle more and start that process like you said?
Yeah, what I would encourage everyone to do is to go to a website that we've created. It's called recyclingmybattery.com. Very easy to use. You put in your zip code, and what it will show you is in your general vicinity, multiple locations that you can take your battery back to, and you can be assured that it's handled in a proper way, and it will get back into the recycling stream. And what you'll find out when you look at that website is that these are locations that you're driving past during your normal day anyways. It's a local garage, it's a local retail store, or an auto parts store that takes these batteries back, and we partner with them to make sure they come back to us, and we get them into our recycling system. So very easy system to use. It's recyclingmybattery.com.
Okay, Ray, it sounds easy. I'm going to be the first one to go do this. I hope the rest of our viewers do the same thing. So thank you so much for sharing this information with us today. We appreciate you being on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We're going to have more on this segment on how you can recycle batteries by going to our website. Just go to fox4morningblend.com.
Are you living in one of the most expensive cities in the entire United States? What about the cheapest? Up next, how a recent survey breaks up the real estate market and where exactly Southwest Florida is on that list.